Now, as you see the patient closing, you see this side is touching, and all of this is open. Okay? Then you have two options to correct this. You can either add wax here, or you can reduce the wax here. Which one will you choose? The way to choose it is to know the vertical dimension. If you know the vertical dimension, you know the vertical dimension at rest, then you can calculate the vertical dimension at occlusion. It will be about 3 or 4 millimeters maximum, less than the vertical dimension at rest. If you know this, then you can measure this and see if it is less, you want to reduce. If it is too much, the vertical dimension of occlusion is too high, you want to reduce. If it's less, if the vertical dimension of occlusion is less than what you need, you want to add. So this is how we decide whether you want to add or reduce. Since I have not measured my vertical dimension at rest, I'm going to do that at this point. As I told you before, you fix the Willis gauge like this, so that the readings on it can be seen. So you can see the readings on the Willis gauge, and I'm going to use this to measure the vertical dimension at rest. Say M. Touch the lips and stop. Right. When I put my hand like this, you say M, touch and stop. Don't open. M. So you want to do this a couple of times, and you want to measure. You don't want to put pressure on your nose. Okay, you just want to hold it there gently, and you want to close it. Then take your reading and check. Okay, so the reading shows you 67, 68. So you can see the reading now is at 67, 68. Okay, you want to turn around the flipper and see? Turn the flipper, just turn the flipper. Okay? It's a good idea to write down the vertical dimension at rest. And you want to measure the vertical dimension at rest a couple of times, so that you can take the average of it, and that will be the vertical dimension at rest that you want to choose. Now I've written down on the piece of paper there, I've written 67. Want to try this again? My reading again shows 67, so that's a good sign. I'm going to go again for it the third time. So write down my second reading again. This time the reading seems to have changed. It's gone to 69 now. So that means that he's getting more relaxed. Let's check it again. Write it down though. like hypnotic. So this time the reading is close to 68. It's okay. Okay, reading is close to 68. So I have 4 readings now that I've made, and the readings go 67, 67, 68, and 69. So I'm going to stick with 68 as my vertical dimension at rest, because that seems to be the average. That means with a 3-day space of 4, I'm going to have a vertical dimension of occlusion of 64. I'll replace my lower inside. Having kept it at this position, if I measure this, I can see that my measurement is at 79 almost. It's almost at 79. So it's way more than I would need. Way more than I would need. So I want to reduce it down all the way to 64. That means around 6 millimeters I have to reduce. So I want to mark this. Take out the lower rim. Take out both the rims. Higher than this because this is touching, and you know that you want to reduce it about 6 millimeters. So you want to reduce from the point of contact 6 millimeters. 6 millimeters from this point of contact will be something like this. So you reduce this much out, and then we see how it goes. You start heating up the entire plate. Okay. As always, make sure that you heat the entire plate. It's very important that you heat the entire plate. Otherwise, you will not be able to make a proper reduction in one plane. You want to touch this and just stop till here, because you don't know if this side needs to be reduced or not. So you want to touch this. As I reduce, I will touch this first, wait till it touches here, and I will stop. Once it touches, I stop, and I want to check my plane. When you check plane for the lower, you want to leave the heels out, the acrylic heels out. You check the plane like this. Okay. Okay. So we're going to go in with our lower occlusal rim. Place it without touching the occlusal aspect. Now as it tries to close again, you can still see first contact is still here. This is still open, right? Do we still have to reduce or not? You will know by measuring. So come down. Okay, now the height has come down by almost 3 to 4 millimeters. You still have another 3-4 millimeters to go. So we take this out. I'm heating my hot plate up and going to reduce this side a little more further so that this side doesn't touch first. Okay, I'm going to make sure of this first before I do anything else. I want to check also if my plane is okay. Alright, and then I think it's fine. and you want to go to the other side.